Hello everyone, my name is Ilya Marchenko and I am your favorite tennis YouTuber. As you realized from the title, today's episode was prepared together with my partners BTU or QA. BTU is the biggest news tennis website in Ukraine. Unfortunately for now, they only have Ukrainian and Russian versions, so my channel is the only way you can get tennis news from them in English. I really hope you like this format as we are planning to release a new video at the end of every month. But enough intro, let's jump into the news.
Roger Federer has won a vote for a fan favorite in singles on the ATP website. He is winning it for the 19th consecutive time. Federer has been winning this nomination since 2003. How this award escapes the hands of your favorite tennis YouTuber remains unknown. This was the 40th award for the Swiss tennis player from the ATP, and it's a record which most likely Novak Djokovic won't be able to break. In 2021 season, Roger Federer reached the fourth round at Roland Garros and quarterfinals at Wimbledon. But during summer, he underwent a third surgery on his right knee, and at the moment it is known that the champion of 20 Grand Slam titles will not return to the tennis court until next summer.
The regular summer, of course, not the Australian one. Anyway, we wish Roger a speedy recovery. December has always been in demand among those who do not have time to formalize their relationship officially.
Katerina Kozlova married a former hockey player and now a coach, Michael Dino Bindel. According to the German press, Kozlova met the 35-year-old German athlete through her mentor Christopher Kass, who invited Bindel to work with the Ukrainian woman as a fitness coach. The couple began a relationship in 2020. Johanna Konta married a photographer and film producer Jason Wade. By the way, the British tennis player announced the end of her playing career a few days before the wedding.
Coincidence? I don't think so.
Pablo Carrena Busta married Claudia Diaz in Asturias, only surrounded by relatives and close friends. The couple have postponed their honeymoon for now, as Carrena Busta needs to complete his training block before the start of the new season. Australians Luke Saville and Daria Gavrilova got married 3 years after their engagement. The couple had to postpone their wedding date due to the pandemic. British tennis player Emma Raducanu wins BBC Sports Personality of the Year award. The 19-year-old US Open champion beat Tokyo Olympic champions Tom Daley and Adam Peaty, as well as world boxing champion Tyson Fury and football player Raheem Sterling. Maria Sakkari named the best female athlete in Greece for the second year in a row. Number 6 in the world won the vote of sports journalists, beating the European swimming champion Anna Dundunaki and pole vaulter Katerina Stefanidi. Alexander Zverev became the first tennis player in 30 years to win the Sportsman of the Year award in Germany. The last time a tennis player won this award was back in 1991. Belinda Bencic named Athlete of the Year in Switzerland. This year, Bencic won 2 gold medals in Tokyo in singles and doubles, had 2 finals at the WTA tournaments in Adelaide and Berlin, and reached the quarterfinals at the US Open. Leylah Fernandez has won the Bobby Rosenheld Award as the Canadian Press Female Athlete of the Year. The 19-year-old advanced to the final of the US Open this year. Former world number 1 Amélie Mauresmo has been named as the new director of Roland Garros. President of the French Tennis Federation Gilles Marathon at a press conference introduced Amélie as a new director of Roland Garros. In this position she will replace Guy Forget. Mauresmo will become the first woman to take the top management post in the structure of the French major.
Looks like they are not willing to cancel Roland Garros anytime soon, unfortunately.
Despite the restrictions during the Wimbledon 2021, organizers gained £44 million surplus from the tournament. The financial bonus was £6 million less than in 2019. Thus, the tournament did not face additional losses and the organizers have effectively resumed the grass major. LTA expects to receive from the state £22 million for the reconstruction of public courts in the country. Recall that in 2020 Wimbledon was cancelled due to the coronavirus pandemic. It is reported that the tournament surplus in 2019 amounted to £50.8 million.
Half is done, let's take a break to announce a winner of my giveaway from the last video. I've got more correct answers than expected, but the winner can be only one. This t-shirt goes to the user Megamind. Please contact me with the email you see on your screen. I hope you like your prize, but we have to move on.
Juan Martín del Potro wants to compete at the ATPs in South America in February. Former world number 3 has not played on tour since June 2019 and in total underwent 4 surgeries due to a problem with his right knee. I've been training really hard, some days are better than others, but always with the hope of coming back to compete early next year. It would be very special to come back in Buenos Aires and then play in Rio. As you can imagine, I'm giving my all every day so we can meet again very soon. I'll keep you all updated with my progress. Take care, said Del Potro on his Instagram.
Well, at least now you see that I'm not the only one who struggles with a knee pain on tour. so let's wish Juan and your favorite tennis YouTuber speedy recovery.
ATP chairman Andrea Gaudenzi, in his interview for the Financial Times, shared his thoughts on lower-level tournaments. In the Challenger Tour, you should be able to break even and pay your costs. But you have to be conscious that this is sort of like a university. It's an investment, then go and move into the Pro Tour, where you have a job. I don't think it will ever be possible to have a sustainable tour at that level, simply because it lacks the interest of the fans, engagement of the sponsors, broadcasters and ticket revenues.
And obviously those words triggered a lot of criticism among the players. Here are just a couple of those.
Vasek Pospišil, one of the PTPA leaders, tweeted, "This is incredibly ignorant from the so-called leader of the ATP and the sport of tennis. A multi-billion-dollar industry, yet this man feels okay for only the top 100 players to make a living. This is what happens when you completely monopolize the sport." Noah Rubin added, "Tennis has been in this limbo stage not only with challengers but also doubles. Either make the necessary changes for large number to make a living, or own who you are like F1 and put it in the hands of 20 players, if you think tennis has a happy ending in this system." And to finish this, here's a tweet from Tennis on Green. "Whether he's right or wrong, this is ridiculously bad branding, should be instantly fired for this."
I called Tennis and asked him for a comment.
Ilya, what's up, dude? How's it going?
Hey Tennis, really quick, describe Andrea Gaudenzi and his statement on challengers in 3 words.
Brilliant marketing strategy.
Well, nothing to add here, Mr. Gaudenzi. You screwed up.
The traditional exhibition tournament Mubadala World Tennis Championship was held in Abu Dhabi in mid-December. The organizers managed to attract a lot of top players: Andy Murray, Denis Shapovalov, Andrei Rublev and even Rafael Nadal, who has not played any tournaments since August. There was even a women's match planned for the sensational US Open champion Emma Raducanu and Olympic champion Belinda Bencic. But already before the start of the competition, a significant event took place. Emma Raducanu got a positive test for COVID-19 and withdrew from the tournament. She was replaced by the number 10 in the world, Ons Jabeur, who eventually won the cup, beating Belinda Bencic. In men, Andrei Rublev, who defeated Denis Shapovalov in the semifinals, and Andy Murray in the final, became the strongest in the tournament. But the most talked about news from this tournament was a series of positive tests for coronavirus. The first to receive the bad news was Rafa Nadal, then his coach Carlos Moya. Next, both participants in the women's match reported their positive tests, and then it became known about one of them team members of Andy Murray. Already upon arrival in Australia, Denis Shapovalov reported a positive test. Then, Tix infected was the tournament champion Andrei Rublev, who received his result on the eve of his departure to the ATP Cup. On November 2nd, 35-year-old Chinese tennis player Peng Shuai published a statement on the Chinese social network Weibo. She accused former vice president of the State Council of China, Zhang Gaoli, of sexual harassment. Peng Shuai wrote that she was abused by the 75-year-old ex-official in 2018, when he was no longer in office. The publication was very quickly removed from the tennis player's page, and comments on her previous publications were also closed. The Chinese woman's profile did not appear in the Weibo search results, and there was no result for queries by her name, the name of the ex-official and the word tennis. After the post was deleted, Peng Shuai stopped appearing online. Within a few days after that, posts from journalists, tennis players and tennis fans appeared on Twitter, who were amazed by this situation. A few days later, the Chinese government media began to publish photos and even videos of Peng Shuai, proving that she was alive and in perfect order. The IOC president issued a statement in which he said that he had a half-hour conversation with Peng Shuai and invited her to dine in Beijing in January during the Winter Olympics. Global Athlete Organization criticized the IOC after Bach spoke to Peng Shuai, accusing the IOC of ignoring allegations of sexual assault and abuse of athletes. WTA head Steve Simon expressed concern in a statement that the Chinese tennis player has no leeway and is under pressure from the Chinese government. As a result, the WTA completely suspended all tournaments in China, including the final tournament, gaining huge support among the legends of women's tennis. Note that WTA planned to earn $1 billion from the agreement with China. On December 19th, the Chinese government media released another video featuring Peng Shuai, where she completely denied publishing any accusations of sexual harassment while answering questions from a journalist on the street. This statement by the Chinese tennis player also did not inspire confidence in tennis structures, and at the moment the ban on holding tournaments remains in force.
We'll keep you posted. Let's move on to something less terrifying.
Novak Djokovic hasn't revealed his vaccination status against COVID-19, so it's still not clear whether he will be able to meet the requirements of the Victoria state government. It's confirmed that Serbian tennis player will not take part in the ATP Cup. Earlier, the father of Novak Djokovic criticized Australian authorities about the compulsory vaccination for participation in the tournament. Srdjan Djokovic underlined, "To be vaccinated or not is a private matter for everyone. Nobody has the right to enter into such intimacy. This is guaranteed by Constitution. Everyone has the right to make decisions about their health. To be vaccinated or not is everyone's personal choice. Whether Novak will speak about it publicly, I'm not sure. I don't know what he decided, and even if I knew, I wouldn't share it with you. He has the right to decide as he wishes. It is outrageous that the Australian provincial authorities allow themselves in relation to the 9-time Australian Open champion. Whether he appears there or not depends on their position. He would like to play with all his heart because he's an athlete and would love that. But in conditions of such blackmail, he's unlikely to play. I wouldn't play, and he's my son. So think what you want. What vaccine is recognized, Mr. Craig? Russian isn't. Is it? According to our criteria, only Russian and Chinese are recognized. The libertarian world is 19% of the world's population. For us, it is Russian and Chinese. Recognize them along with the vaccines you want. I think it is wrong not to recognize the Russian and Chinese vaccines," added Srdjan.
Interesting situation. I tried to reach Novak for a comment, but fortunately for him and unfortunately for us, he didn't pick up the phone. Anyway, we'll keep you updated. These were the top 10 news of December by BTU or QA. I really hope you like this format, so we'll bring you another top 10 next month.